6,480 pounds. This is a personal favorite brand, the Freedom Express by Coachmen here at HaylettRV of Coldwater, Michigan. If you'd like to see if we have it in stock and available, if you're just on YouTube, please visit the link in the video description, because we only publish in stock and available RVs, and we only publish real, true, honest-to-goodness price tags, free of all those pesky hidden freight charges and prep charges and miscellaneous charges. We don't play the charges game at HaylettRV. We just put honest upfront stuff out there. Let's get started, because all your specs and things are available via that link. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of what makes this puppy sing. This is one of the few more unique products on the market, at least in spirit, because it's proven itself so cool and popular. It's also become one of the most highly copycatted brands out there. However, you can take any piece of paper and run it through a copy machine and get a functional copy, but nothing's as good as the original. And that's what we have here, is the original. They did something different with the Freedom Express. At its heart, the one way I really qualify this as different is that it is a tall person friendly ultralight. It's an extra tall, bigger ultralight. Big and light are not two things that normally go together, but they have accomplished that here, and that's what I want to hit on in this video. They've also done nicer things that you see now all over the marketplace that have been duplicated, like the full pass-through lighting here. They were one of the first, if not the first, to include this handy little resin molded table, so that you have your own picnic table built right into the camper. You can look around. You see the aluminum skeleton on here. You can see that it's double side welded, not single side welded. You're going to see a lot of smarter material choices, like we have the heavier duty baggage doors with the metallic latches, not plastic latches, the nicer, simpler, more user-friendly magnetic latches, all these sort of things. Like these big, wide front storage compartments. Thank you, Coachmen. Thank you, Freedom Express. That's one of the things we love them here, or love about them here at HaylettRV. And they're the ones that were the trendsetters on that. It's like 42 cubic foot of space. That's a lot. That is a lot, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of space in there. Other brands have since followed suit, but these were the guys that really spurred that on. Now, this is a Liberty edition, which is the upgrade package. If you think of it like a car, think of it like a trim package on a car. There's the LT, then there's the LX. That's what this is right here. Freedom Express has like 3 trim levels. There's Special Edition, Freedom Express Ultralight, and then Liberty Edition. This is the top of the top here. This is a big, easily half-ton towable bunkhouse at less than 6,500 pounds. Triple bunk, private in the back, private rear bunkhouse with great storage and a full-size outside kitchen. And those are all qualities that are not always replicated. Here's why I like these. This is fun for a salesman to look at and talk about, but it's even better for an actual RV owner. This is built, designed, product managed by people who actually go camping. So there's so much real world use, function, application here that is just, an engineer can't come up with this. Only someone who actually lives and breathes the experience can get there. They like to go with 20-pound propane tanks, because on a Sunday, you burn up your propane, big deal. Swap the tanks anywhere, gas station included. This was one of the first brands to swap back here and put the battery rack behind the propane, because that allows them for double batteries, and it also made for the perfect place for a tongue-mounted spare tire. That means that the extra little bit of weight up front actually helps with load equalization, which can help prevent swaying. That also means the rear bumper is wide open if you feel like putting a little bike rack back there. So, you know, this gives you more options. You don't have to stow the tire somewhere else. You'll notice too that our baggage doors are, the whole piano hinge is sealed so that water can't get into that hinge, freeze, and then spring the hinge. When we get down here, like a lot of things in this class, you see an enclosed forced air heated underbelly. So it's not necessarily uncommon, it's just that it's still important, so I still like to point it out. Here's where you start to see the fine details that copy machine analogy gets lost. This has seal gripping, leak preventing slide walls. Grab that. You can hear how it's grabbed my fingernails. It will pull the wiper seal all the way in or out. And they actually use a T-edged wipe seal. You can see how it's actually got a little bit of a lip on the end, inside or out. that grabs the wall better, and the wall is made to grab the seal better. They work together to make sure the seal wipes all the way in or out, and it doesn't let water get through. We have ventilating UV tinted windows all the way around. All windows open for airflow, and they're all tinted to give you more privacy and to keep the RV cooler inside. It also prevents your furniture from fading. The whole point here is that it blocks solar radiation. That's the whole enemy. I like this floor plan because all of the hookups, the sewer outlet, the black flush, the shower, the cable, everything's in one spot. Everything is here where it makes sense because this is the corner that the hookups are going to be at. That is an absolute home run right there. Now, they have recently kind of revamped this a little bit to open up some bonus storage under this lower bunk on this side that did not used to be here. This is an important detail I like to point out. Let's see, the walls are built with a different type of material under the fiberglass. It's called Asdel. You can search our channel. Actually, one of our salesmen owns a Coachmen Freedom Express, and he talked about Asdel a little bit if you want to learn some of the good properties. Long story short, it repels water instead of absorbs it. It's lighter. It's more sound dampening, so it's quieter in the camper. It's also quieter outside the camper if you got some kids screaming at night. Your neighbors will appreciate that. It also has superior R values. So the sidewall on this, it's an 1.5 inch thick ultralight wall. That normally means an R7 value, which is fine. This has an R9, like a non-ultralight wall, even though it's a thinner ultralight wall. Pretty cool stuff. Full-size outside kitchen. And I like this, and again, as a tall person, it's the perfect height. I can walk under it and not hit my head. But when they redesigned this about a year ago, they hit a home run. Because we still have a nice storage cabinet. We have an area up here to put a flat screen if we're so inclined. We have an appliance outlet, a spice rack rub, a sink that has an actual drain is a nice thing. Hot and cold water connects. We also have a full-size mini fridge. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. The full-size outdoor electric fridge. And you see how they mounted it lower so the kids can get to the bottles of water easier. They also have just handy little storage pocket above. Anywhere they can, they do in this. You know, whether it's storage, whether it's features, they don't waste anything in here. All over the place. This is their standard countertop. It's a sealed edge thermofoil counter. It's a pressed resin membrane so that you can't have water penetration. Because outside there's water, there's humidity, there's all kinds of things. And also found both outdoors and indoors, you have the patented Coachmen utensil drawer. Not their word for it, my word for it. I just think it's cute. It's actually a terrible joke. Anyway, so you want to go picnicking. Put all your silverware and stuff in here. Set it on the picnic table. Everyone grabs what they need. When you're done, just slide it right back in. Doesn't matter what it is. It's a perfectly segmented area that wraps around the sink, so there's no wasted space here. It just makes more sense. Now, instead of a low output LP grill that connects to a little, connector down here, which can be subject to road spray, debris, corrosion, things like that. They use a portable Coleman camp grill. If you want to go to Bob the neighbor's campsite over here, you can take your grill, you can take your silverware, you can go over there, you can be a part of the action and bring it all back here and put it away. Clean, simple, seamless, easy. Isn't that nice? Wide stance stability axles right here. Those help the RV, they don't bounce back and forth as much, and because the wheels are set further apart, it's harder for the RV to wiggle. They use one of the wider wide stance systems out there. There are actually some more narrow wide stance systems. Again, it sounds like a conflict of words, but it makes actual sense. Now, normally, a lot of the Freedom Express models, that little Coleman camp grill hides in a little drawer like this. This is actually under the refrigerator, is where this is physically located if you peel the trailer apart. Well, instead of wasting it, again, they added an outside utility drawer. And I'm looking at this as a parent, I'm like, great. Sunscreen, kids' toys, lighters, all that camp stuff, salt shakers, I don't care. I've got the perfect place for all that. It's perfect, and it's right under the middle of this awning, which is a fast in and out awning, LED lit. You can tilt and lock it in place. Outdoor speakers that kind of point down a little bit so they face your site and not the neighbor's site. There's a reason this is a home run. We have a hard time keeping this model in stock. Bigger handle, radius steps for stability's sake. Little solar prep plug like right there. Oh crap, battery's blinking at me. Let me give you a peek at the Asdel, and then we're gonna have to swap out here. If you look right in here, you can see that white stuff, that white board. That's Azdel. Instead of Luan in the wall panels, that's Azdel. So like I said, it's lighter, sound dampening, better R values. It's a moisture barrier. We actually have a cutaway of a Freedom Express wall that was submerged in water for 60 days. Never deteriorated, never delaminated, never fell apart. That's the Azdel advantage. That's one of the reasons that we like these Coachmans here at HaylettRV. So pardon me, quick battery swap, quick video cut. We'll rejoin you right back inside. Matter of fact, as far as you can see, right now. All right, here in the interior, something else I like to point out is the really good lighting package they have in here. They've used double bank full LED lighting, even all your little accents are LEDs. It really breathes some life into the wood tones. Everything in here looks great. This is called the Java decor. I've always kind of referred to it as dino skin, because when you get close, it's sort of how, as a kid, I imagined dinosaurs look. But anyway, every manufacturer's got brown, browner. You know, this is Coachman's Freedom Express Brown here at HaylettRV. By the way, if you need hitching, pieces, parts, trades, financing, truck and trailer, delivery package deals, whatever, we do everything here. So, big factor, and I think it's really a class-defining factor on these, is the fact that this is an extra tall ultralight. To keep weights down, ultralights are often built a little bit short. This trailer is built 3 inches taller than industry standard. You think, well, 3 inches isn't a big deal. That means we have a 3-inch taller slide out because the wall is taller. Like a lot of RVs have a normal 6.5-foot wall with a 6-inch barreled roof. This is a 6'9" wall with a linear roof. The walls determine the height of the slide out, of your cabinets, of the shower. I can stand in the shower, this is hitting my head. Extra bunk height. The walls are a big deal. Trifold. Full sleeper sofa right here. Actually, it's funny because this is the first brand where we saw this specific brand. Coachman Freedom Express is the first instance where we saw this specific brand of hide-a-bed. 2 years later, I saw this copied in Redwood Luxury fifth wheels. Those things can easily, are minimum over $100,000. They stole the same couch out of a Freedom Express. That should give you an idea. Anything they put in here is high quality, good component. A full, true, king-ish, I guess you call it, U-dinette. Not a 2-bench dinette with a small bench shoved in the back. A full 7-foot sleeper when you fold it down, real U-dinette. And notice, even this thing has a waterproof tabletop. You've got that free-floating elliptical base table on here, so that if you want to fold that down, you can use it as a sleeper. You can use it as a coffee table. You can take it out. Well, you don't have to take it outside. This has its own picnic table. Never mind. Now, I talked about storage and how they don't waste anything. They have a big door on this side of the dinette so that you can put big stuff in there. For easy access to small stuff when people are sitting down, they have a full extension drawer on this side, which is terribly impressive. And a lot of brands will put baggage doors on the end of dinettes. But again, how do you get to the back storage? Well, Coachman took it up a notch with simple, inexpensive sliding panels. It's not fancy. It's not flashy. It is terribly effective. It is ingeniously inexpensive. It's everything you want. Don't you want more feature, more function, less money? They accomplished all of that right here without dinging the price tag. That's the kind of just really intelligent design that goes into the Freedom Expresses at Haylett's. It's again, this is a personal favorite brand because it is one of the best designed and engineered things for an actual end user I've ever seen. Even the entire roof structure is different. It does have what you would refer to in home construction as a stick-built roof. The reason they do that is because aluminum trusses have insulation gaps. Wood trusses do not. Also, wood trusses are excellent load-bearing trusses for Midwestern like snowpack and build-up, or people who want to stand on it at the races or whatever. That's what this roof is for. But they did something different. They actually gave it an aluminum perimeter. And you're thinking, why with a stick-built roof would they have an aluminum perimeter? Well, the top of the wall has an aluminum beam that runs down it. And not all wood is perfectly flat. So they put aluminum to aluminum where the roof and the walls meet, so that you have a perfect perimeter where the roof meets the walls. That is a critical, high-stress point in the RV, so they give it a better fit, finish, and seam that way. We will generally equip this with a larger, more powerful 15,000 BTU air conditioner instead of a standard 13.5. Liberty Edition, we upgrade to a full 8 cubic foot fridge and freezer, so you get a 30% bigger fridge-freezer combination. Remember, taller height means taller cabinets. And there's no such thing as too much storage. And these are all pocket screwed. They're not stapled. They're going to last you longer. Countertops. At a glance, you say, yeah, I've seen this floor plan before. Every camper has a countertop like this. Details, 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 friends. Look behind the stove. You see how much counter space there is there? That's like a legit foot of counter space. Plenty of room for a real coffee maker, blender, toaster, whatever, with a real backsplash. Their countertop at Freedom Express is deeper than almost anyone else I've ever seen in a travel trailer. That's one of the things I love about them here at Haylett's. That means bigger countertop means more appliance, prep, storage space, and because they have a solid surface here in the Liberty Editions, they can go to like a recessed countertop. And this is a heat and impact resistant stone cast sink. When I say heat resistant, I mean to the tune of 500 degrees. You can't hurt that sink. Now, because we have deep countertops, that means that we also have deeper cabinets for more storage down here. So you're getting more space in there. We get another one of those genius wraparound sink drawers. And then just a normal generic drawer because why not? Why not open it up and give you maximum storage capacity? You know, they didn't waste a thing here. Now, they use cabinet ducted heat in Freedom Expresses so that you don't step on a floor grate and break it, and you don't drop, you know, cereal. Like, you know, there's always Cheerios or Chex Mix or something, or just dirt in a floor centralized heat vent. Now you don't have that because we have cabinet ducted heat there. Now, your stove cover here in a Freedom Express, this is another thing I've never seen anywhere else. It's another reason I love them. It's a food grade hardwood cutting board, and it does have slots in it, so you notice it can't move out of place. It stays there. But again, it's floating, it's portable, it's hard, it's solid, it's prep space. It can go over here for a serving station. You can put it on the picnic table to help keep the napkins in place and all that stuff. It's so awesome. We can get these aftermarket for other brands of campers. We did not realize how much they were spending on those. Again, anywhere you see anything in here, they spent money on a good quality component. And that's probably one of the reasons this was one of only 2 Coachmen brands last year to win a DSI Quality Assurance Award. The only other one is the Freedom Express's ultralight sister that we actually carry here at HaylettRV. So the way that these are put together with the Asdel walls, with the smart aluminum construction, it's obviously getting the job done. Porcelain foot flush bowl here, so it's easy to, you know, keep your face away from your business. Now they left all of this open because with the toilet here, you couldn't have a cabinet door. But with the open pockets, you can still get to extra like rolls of toilet paper, shampoos, things. Again, waterproof countertops. And they left you a nice little shelf there, so if you want to plug in like a blow dryer or something, or a shaver, you can do that. Remember what I said about taller shower? I wasn't joking. I can stand in the shower this, if you can stand the glare off of my, I would call it a 4-head, but it's going to be a 5-head. Thank you, Mother Nature. Anyway, you can stand in here. This is a tall person-friendly ultralight. If you're more than 6 feet tall, you really need to consider looking at a Freedom Express more closely. They did awesome, not wasting an ounce of anything in this rear private bunkhouse. You've got, on the back side of the outside kitchen, what we're looking at, all this open shelving. The kids can keep all their stuff. Little shoe garage down here for the kids, because you're going to use that. Now, you want to keep all their clothes and stuff under control. You have a perfect place to just start throwing tons of pants and shorts and shirts and everything else. And I don't know if you picked up in the living room, but the Liberty Editions have the nicer roller shades like a diesel pusher or today's luxury fifth wheels. All windows have their own shades, their own sliding ventilation panels, everything. Now, this one is not a sliding panel, but it is a fire escape window that does open for ventilation. So, you've got TV hookups back here. If you're so inclined, the kids can have their own entertainment space. More airflow, more lights, more windows. Lights and windows are really expensive in this business, guys. The fact that they put more lights and windows in here is a big, big deal. Talked about, well, we really talked about everything. The slide out MCD roller shades on these as well. MCD is just a name brand. They're roller shades. Doesn't matter what brand. Sliding pocket privacy doors for mom and dad. Liberty Edition gives us that electric space heating fireplace, which, you know, in the spring and the fall is an awesome electric space heater, so you don't have to burn up your propane. This thing sips propane. It doesn't gulp it, you know. You're barely going to use any. You'll probably go seasons unless you're dry camping and need the furnace on a single round of tanks, even though that's why they don't need big tanks on this. They just don't need them. Your TV can spin to face the bedroom at night. This is all-in-one AM/FM CD DVD Bluetooth. You can turn inside and outside speakers on and off separately, and this little plug right here will charge a phone actually, but you notice they're actually including nice little phone charging station right up here as well. Scooting past the privacy door up here in the bedroom, we've got a pair of dual element blue-white LED reading or, you know, visual spot lights. Overhead shelf, or not shelf, but cabinet, not shelf. So now a lot of people are always worried about, I think I hit my head on that. I'm 6'3", I laid down with my head all the way against the headboard and sat up, never hit my head on it, so it's fine. Bedside platforms with outlets, so we can run our CPAP machines and whatnot. And you know, good-sized closets for both mom and dad. And Coachmen uses the hanging, I don't know what you call that. Not a rod, but slots, hang slots, whatever. The point here being that if it's a rod, clothes can slip off and they can slide back and forth. But if it's one of these, they're going to stay exactly where you left them, where you put them. And I do like that they actually have like a little, almost like bucket feature here, so you can put some little loose stuff in there without it rolling around or falling out of an open cabinet door. It is a truly unique product. It's far better than you imagine at just a glance. At a glance, you look at it and you're like, yeah, I've seen, you know, the bunkhouses with the super slide and the outside kitchen before. It's details. This is one of the most highly detailed, best thought out, best executed ultralight brands on the market. And it's not just this floor plan. The stuff that I'm showing you, by and large, it applies to all of them. So if you'd like to learn more, you'd like to take one home, you want to investigate anything, give us a call. Remember, we don't give you the runaround with hidden fees and whatnot. We're just a simpler, easier place to work with. We're a high volume place. We're the largest independent standalone dealer in the state of Michigan. That didn't happen overnight. And you don't have to be local. We are a small town place. We're just a big dealership. I don't care where you live. We make deals happen. Our success proves that. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.